On the lesson that I used, the reflective writing and the elbow partner strategies, I was putting two concepts that the student had learned together. One concept was adding and subtracting fractions with unlike denominators, and the other was adding and subtracting with integers, positive and negative numbers. So this strategy allowed them to see the two put together and then do a thought process when they finished using the strategies. Now, I want everyone in this room to look at this. I want you to look at it. I want you to think about, put your pencils down, people, look. I want you to think about this. I want you to think personally about how you would solve this problem. Think about what's there. Think about what you have. Think about the steps that you would have to go through to solve this problem. And there are steps, right? We just don't jump in there and start doing things for no reason, correct? So I want you to look at that problem, and I want you to think about it. What would I do to solve it? Anybody have any more think time they need? Everybody's got a game plan. All right, listen. You're about to do a reflective writing for me with your elbow partner. I'm combining two strategies here, okay? You are going to solve that problem with your partner, but then you're going to write me the steps in words. First, we blah, 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 blah. Next, we blah, 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 blah. Then we blah, 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 until you get to the end of the problem. And you have somebody else's brain to work with, right? So you're going to solve it, and then you're going to use words to write down the procedure you did to solve it, correct? From the beginning of it to the what? You don't want to get one, because one index card per elbow partners. Okay? Make sure you put your partner's names across the top. Does everybody understand? Do it together. I don't want to see one person doing all the work. Any questions? Any questions? Okay, you're working it? Okay. The students worked extremely well together. I got some excellent reflective writings, and I could see their thought processes, and I was very pleased with how they worked together, working through the problem and working through how to word it. This is your exit.
We'll tell it step by step when
I will
we
be
get done.
assessing you on today. Yeah, you're going to do my reflective writing on this. So she's working it on her paper. You may want to work it on your paper, and then you can see if you got the same thing and if you did it the same way. Does that make sense?
Okay. First step is I know this sign, we copy, change, flip. We got a negative sign, so we copy, change, flip. Three steps, man. Step is if you got a negative sign, copy, change, flip. So we, if you have on right here, because that's what we did right here. But then, when we thought it was supposed to be a negative, it's supposed to be a positive when we copy, change, flip, because we leave, whoever got a negative sign, it turns into a positive, and the answer is always positive. So we copy, change, flip. So that the negative 3/8 will turn into a positive 3/8, and that plus sign will turn to a minus sign. And so then we do.
You do have a negative in it, but it's not a subtraction problem, so you can't copy, change, change. It's going to be close.
Oh. We got a negative sign.
When you get here,
Negative.
you got a negative.
But she's telling them that it's supposed to be plus.
3 times 5 is what?
It's supposed to be plus,
What?
not.
So now you got a 16 and a negative 15.
Okay, alright. I gotta get this again.
What's your answer? You got a negative 15, 16, and a
Okay, she said when we have a negative on one of them, the negative sign on that, so the negative 3/8 will turn to positive 3/8, and the plus sign will turn to a minus sign. So we're not gonna be adding, we're gonna be subtracting. And so when you find the LCD, it's gonna be 40. Then you find your whatever you do to the top, at the bottom you do to the top, and then for the top for 3/8 you'll get 15 over 40. For 2/5 you get 16 over 40. And so now you subtract. And what do you get then when you subtract?
You get 1/4, 40th.
And that's your answer. But we gotta write down the steps now. That's what
You
I'm
can write it down since you think you know it.
Oh yeah, you write it down. Okay.
My role during the part of the lesson where I used the strategies was simply being a facilitator. The students were doing all the work. I just walked around, answered questions, asked thought-provoking questions, but I actually was not actively involved in what the students were doing. I was more of a helpmate to them.
So what's the first step? Copy, change, flip.
Whatever it is,
Y'all sit here talking that camera right in front of us.
Okay, notice that most of you have agreed on the solution and now you're putting it into words.
Copy, change, flip.
Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Turn. Turn negatives into positives.
Well, I have a question. That's a positive 2 times an 8. Why did you get a negative answer? Okay, so now you're adding negative and a positive.
Then turn.
You have a negative and a
Then
positive,
turn.
you're adding.
So addition.
What do you do then? If the sign is different. No, that's when you subtract.
To subtraction.
You're adding a positive and a negative. You have to say first. You add them,
Okay, so 4.
subtract them.
Addition, subtraction. And then find LCD.
What do you get? Negative. Okay, so what do you do?
It's LCD.
Subtract. Okay. So what do you bring it to?
Yeah.
Positive or negative? Why?
And then subtract.
No. Why is it positive? Why?
6.
This closer or farthest away? What do you
Keep
want?
that denominator the same.
Furthest away. So that's correct.
JD copy.
Then
That's right. Sometimes it's just hard to put in words.
Not really, because you have to subtract.
if
If I planned this lesson again, I would definitely remind them that when we did proof paragraphs, that they could use that strategy, the chart strategy that I gave them to use to help them with the reflective writing. Also, I would add a individual reflective writing after they had done one with their elbow partners, but that would be the only change I would make.